have heard so much about commodity fragrances here on the YouTube fragrance community. I've seen it on TikTok. I've also seen a little bit of it on Instagram. So I got a little curious, and yeah, I got the exploration kit from Commodity, and we're gonna have some fun talking about these fragrances. And yeah, it's a lot of them, so buckle up because I got a lot of thoughts. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Summer Maria here. Yes, we are talking about commodity fragrances. I picked up the exploration kit, which contains 18 fragrances, basically the entire collection. So yeah, we have a lot of fragrances to talk about. What's interesting is you would think commodity has only been around for like 2 years, because that's when I first started seeing it being talked about, at least in my sphere. But they've been around since like 2013 when I did my research on them. I was like, oh, okay, so they've been around for a minute. And what I noticed too is that their fragrance catalog is very different and unique, and I'm explaining what I mean by that. I saw that they do scent spaces, how they classified their fragrances. So it'll technically be like one fragrance. We'll say, for example, milk, which milk is the scent that got on my radar the most because I kept seeing the girls talk about milk. Then I noticed that milk comes in 3 variations, or as they say, 3 scent spaces. It comes in a personal version, it comes in an expressive version, and it comes in a bold version. So that is what's unique about how they do their fragrances here at Commodity. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's different, but I can see how that works, because sometimes we might like a fragrance and be like, ooh, I wish it was maybe toned down. Or we may say, ooh, I wish this fragrance was louder per se. Maybe it projected more, that type of thing. So I'm like, I see how this concept would make sense, but most importantly, I played in the fragrances, and yes, ooh, I have been sniffing, I have been spraying. And what I like too is that in the kit, you all, inside the kit, you get a book with a breakdown of all the notes, so you know exactly what you're supposed to get from the fragrance. But of course, we always rely on our own nose. And then inside of the discovery set, here is all of the fragrances right here. Yes, mine are turned every which way because I've been playing in them, and I got some thoughts, and I have some favorites, so I'm very happy about that. So enough about that. Let's talk about the first set, shall we? The first collection, which is, let's see, the first one I'm gonna talk about is Moss. So now, reading a name like Moss, I'm like, huh, okay, interesting, which I do like a moss note. Y'all have heard me talk about moss being a scent note I enjoy in other fragrances. So let me turn to Moss here in my book, because all of the notes are in here. So I can show you all in the book. They have a breakdown of each version of the fragrance, or each scent space, as they say. So each one, the notes they have the same essential base notes, but then they tweak a few of the other notes. That's what makes them different. So okay, with Moss, it's mainly supposed to be fresh green scents, bergamot, oak moss, and petitgrain. So that's like the basis of this scent. So again, bergamot, oak moss, and petitgrain. So let's talk about it from the personal one, the personal version of Commodity. And I have my scent strips right here. The scent strips have their own branding, which I like, and I wrote my own names on the back so I could keep it organized for this video. So okay, with the personal version of Moss, its scent space is personal again. It's supposed to be citrus, fresh cut grass, and then it's supposed to be carried by molecular notes. So it has ISO E Super here and skin musk. Now for me, I get more of the molecular notes in here, meaning that ISO E Super. It has a very moderate projection, so decent, meaning like my bubble around me. It's nice, but this is very, very green. So you gotta like a green note. So it's okay, but would I say I'm in love with the personal Moss? No, I would not, because it's a little too green for me. Now let's talk about the expressive version of Moss, or as I like to call the one that's like right in the middle spot. So okay, Moss Expressive. This one is supposed to be green and woody still, but with a touch of morning dew. That's what it's supposed to mean. So oak moss, cedarwood, petitgrain. It's supposed to be reminiscent of woods at dawn, walking through cool, clean situation. Okay, walk through the forest. I enjoy this one. This one I enjoy because yes, it is outdoorsy, but I get more of the petitgrain to me, and I enjoy the petitgrain note the most. And I get like a cool fall morning. That's the mood of this scent. So I like the expressive version of Moss. I do like this one. I'm a fan. Okay, and now let's talk about the bold version, which is very easy to assume that we're going to all of these fragrances being like, oh, I'm gonna like the bold one the most, just because that's kind of how that's a trend in the fragrance community. But let me tell you something. Each scent space version of this fragrance smells different. So you do have to test this out. So I'm glad I got the whole kit. So now with the bold version, it's supposed to be again that base of bergamot, oak moss, and petitgrain, but they have added juniper berry, amber, and patchouli. And let me tell you something. The bold one is way more masculine. Like, this is giving man. And for sure it's because of the juniper berries in here. So yeah, bold moss, this is for the men, it's not for me. So out of the moss line up, for me, the expressive version is my favorite, hands down. Moving forward. Next up we have paper. So paper is supposed to be based around molecular scents of sandalwood and Iso E Super, which with a name like paper, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be kind of interesting. This is gonna be more of one of those realistic scents that, it can be good, it can be bad based on how it smells on your skin. So this one, I had to really see, I was like, I don't know. So okay, paper personal, let's talk about it. Okay, paper personal is supposed to be your skin but better. So it's the sandalwood and Iso E Super, but with skin musk and crisp amber. I enjoy this scent because it also has some freshness to it. Very much, I've showered, but I'm gonna have a lazy day, but I wanna just smell good at the same time. And I can still smell this, like it's still projected pretty well to be the personal scent. So I enjoyed the paper personal one, so I do like this one. Now next up we have paper expressive. Now let's talk about that. So like, okay, we were off to a good start. So then I went into the paper expressive version. So paper expressive, so it has the creamy sandalwood in here, there's cedarwood, and also some fresh linen type of scent. I get more of the creamy sandalwood in the expressive version of paper. I enjoy that. I like a good creamy sandalwood note. I'm digging it. But what was interesting to me is that this one, I enjoy the opening the most, but as it dries down, it like disappears and I can't smell it. It gets too molecular for me to the point I get nose blind to it. So that was the only negative in my opinion to the paper expressive version when I was playing in these. But I love the opening, so. Unfortunately, because I can't smell it after a while, it's not my favorite. Then of course there is paper bold. So paper bold, the main difference is that yes, we're going back to the sandalwood and Iso E Super, but they added vetiver to this and more wet woods. It's way more earthier, y'all, let me tell you something. Definitely more moodier, definitely more woodier. To me, I get more of the pencil shavings type of sandalwood in this one, which is my least favorite type of sandalwood. So paper bold, it's okay. It's not a total dislike, but it's not the favorite. So hands down, you probably can tell the paper personal was my favorite in this bunch. So paper personal is the one for me. And then there is the most popular one, the one I was most excited to play in, and that is milk. So we have the milk trio right here. So milk is based around a trilogy of woody scents filled with marshmallow, tonka bean, and mahogany wood. So I'm already here for this note breakdown, especially seeing tonka bean and marshmallow. I'm like, interesting. So okay, again, there's three versions, a personal, expressive, and a bold. So let's get on into it. Okay, so milk personal. Milk personal is supposed to be a bouquet of amber, musk, and light wood. So it's kind of a sweet and sugary hug. That's what it's supposed to be. It was cute. She's a little too soft for me, so I like the scent, but she's too dainty. It's not enough for me, so I'm not gonna ride with the milk personal. But I'm like, okay, I see where we're headed as we get into the other areas, so I'm more excited about those. So milk personal was a nah. Okay, now let's talk about milk expressive. So milk expressive, we have, this is the marshmallow note enhanced with mahogany wood and tonka bean. And there's like a cold milk accord in here too that creates a still cooling element to this rich and warm fragrance. I'm like, okay. Okay, now the expressive, I got the marshmallow. The marshmallow was marshmallowing and I got really, really excited about this one when I was testing it. Very fluffy, very sweet. I enjoy this one a lot, and just now that I think about it, it's the milk expressive I have seen floating around the most in social media world. I see why. This one's worth the hype, I get it. So milk expressive is a yes for me. I like this. And then I was like, okay, we're getting better each way we go, you know, let's see. And then we got to milk bold, right? Okay. So milk bold, let me say. So we have rich notes of firewood and amber added to the marshmallow and the tonka bean and whatnot. And we have some firewood in here too. I love this. I love milk bold, I do. This is the one for me. The amber and the marshmallow, y'all. Yeah, this is the one. All in all, I gotta say, so far, the milk set as we've been going is my absolute favorite trio, for sure. But the milk bold is #1 in this set. I love this. Milk bold is an absolute yes. Full bottle me now. So then we have the Velvet Trio. So let's talk about this. Velvet is supposed to be a fabric-based type of scent, which makes sense. So it's a trilogy of roasted almonds, rose petals, and amber. I was like, interesting. Whenever I see an almond note, I'm tuned in. So Velvet, I was like, you haven't been on my radar, but hey, now you are. So let's talk about it. So Velvet Personal, y'all. Velvet Personal is supposed to be, again, those base notes, but it has vanilla, rose, and clove in it. This one smells a little bit more earthy than I expected it to. So more of an earthy rose. It's not my favorite. So Velvet Personal, nah. Then we have Velvet Expressive. I'm like, okay, let's see where this is headed. So Velvet Expressive is supposed to be smoky, kind of woody, exotic, ambery. This one was better blended, and I like the added smoky effect to it. So I was digging this, and I was like, okay, this is a maybe. This is a maybe, not quite a love, but she cute. So Velvet Expressive, okay. It was all right. I like the amber and like smoky woods in it. And then we get to Velvet Bold. So this one has amber, patchouli, and labdanum in it, so it's definitely darker. There's also some saffron in here too. Let me tell you something, the saffron saved this scent profile. This scent profile needed the saffron. So Velvet Bold is absolutely my favorite. It has a smoky aspect too. This one is definitely truly unisex, like straight down the middle for me. All these fragrances, by the way, are totally unisex. You wear whatever you want to wear. That's literally how the brand has it. There's no like male leaning or feminine. It's whoever wants to wear it, just even the concepts. But yeah, this Velvet one, I like a good perfectly straight down the middle unisex scent. So Velvet Bold is my favorite in this collection too. The next trio we have is the Gold collection, which the name Gold, okay, it's already sounding very promising to me. Let's get into it. So with Gold, it's supposed to be a trilogy of vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. Those three notes you can't go really wrong with. So I'm like, okay, let's see what Gold is going to talk about. So let's talk about Gold Personal. So Gold Personal is supposed to be the vanilla vibe, but with molecular notes with the ISO-E Super that we've talked about in other fragrances. So Gold Personal, very much so soft skin, vanilla, just my skin but better. It smells slightly yummy but not foodie all the way. I like it. She cute. I like her. She's dainty. This is one of those scents that you just have. It could possibly even be as a signature scent where it just goes with everything. So I do get the understanding and why they made this one. So Gold Personal, I like you. I like that. It's very clean to me at the same time. So now let's talk about Gold Expressive. So it's supposed to be creamy vanilla. We got musk and amber in here. This is creamy vanilla. Like, it's just not complicated. They didn't overdo it, but it also doesn't smell so vanilla to the point it's foodie. It still smells like a perfume or skin product. So I really, really like this. I do. This one, they didn't overdo it. It was just straight to the point. This is a good, creamy, linear vanilla to me, and I really enjoy Gold Expressive. I like that. This is full bottle worthy too. I like that, and I really enjoy Gold Expressive. I like that. This is full bottle worthy too. I like that. So then we get to the Bold. Unfortunately, this one did not wow me. I'm not here for this one. Y'all, they added spices and smokiness to it, specifically nutmeg, saffron, and patchouli. It didn't work. I don't like this. They made it too spicy. And I'm not a spicy scent lover, so for me, this is a no. And then we have the last trio to talk about, and that is Book. So Book is based around, of course, pages in a book. So it's supposed to be crisp, woody scents centered around cedarwood and sandalwood. I'm like, this one can get interesting. How are we gonna go here? Not sure where we're gonna go, guys, but let's talk about it. So, Book Personal. So with Book Personal, they added black tea and skin musk, again, to the woody, crisp scents and all that. This is absolutely a tea scent. So if you like tea, but you don't want a very super loud projecting tea scent, this is for you. It's nice. Very much realistic book pages. So that's why I'm kind of not sure if I want to smell like that. I might more so enjoy this as a candle. This is one of those type of scents to me, but it's nice. Somebody might enjoy that type of smell. That's the Book Personal. Now let's talk about Book Expressive. This is better. Okay, so with Book Expressive, y'all, you got some eucalyptus in here, cypress, creamy sandalwood. It's a fresh scent at the same time. It works. This one smells more on the perfume side, which I appreciate, and not so much on the literal book pages side. So, okay, I do like book expressive. I do like this more. Still slightly earthy though. Okay, moving forward. And then we have book bold. Definitely this is the boldest one for sure. It projects the most. So it has more musk. It has like skin musk in it and smoky vetiver and stuff. Yeah. It's a toss up for me when it comes to book. Do I like the expressive more or do I like the bold version more? You know what, I'm gonna go with bold because it does project more for me. So projection will always win in the end. So I'm gonna roll with book bold on this one. And that is the last of the trios. So I know y'all are probably wondering, okay, out of all of these scents, yes, 18 scents I've been playing in, having fun in, sampling in. Which one is my favorite? My favorite is the Milk Trio, hands down. I enjoy that entire collection. But of course, the Milk Bold is my absolute #1 favorite fragrance out of this entire discovery kit right here we just did. It is Milk, the bold version. So let me know in the comments below, have you all tried commodity fragrances? Do you own commodity fragrances? And if you have, what is your favorite one? Let me know. And of course, you all know I keep all of my samples because sometimes I revisit fragrances and then I might fall in love with something later on. But I'm definitely happy to play in this kit because this way I could really dip my toe all the way. If not toe, I actually dip my whole foot in the world of commodity. So yeah, I enjoyed these. This was fun. So let me know your thoughts on what I had to say about all of these fragrances. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.